September 11th, early morning. I'm still sleepy, maybe you can hear it in my voice. We are about to embark on our adventure, saying goodbye to this beautiful place. So we're all ready. I'm going to hook up the trailer. We just make our coffee and off we go. Our first destination was about 2 hours away from Bowser in the vicinity of Sayward. On the way, we passed Salmon River. The biggest challenge for us is our dog, who is not just a reactive dog, but also an anxious dog. So you can see I have earplugs because he's always whining and so loud, so I have to put like earplugs. There he is. So so this is the reason why we also, we can only go short distances, maybe like 200 kilometers, and then we need to stop and just spend some time somewhere. Ranger actually loves staying in the truck, but when we start driving, his anxiety, kicks in, and it's tough for him. It's tough for us. We try our best, and some trips he takes easier, and some, really hard on him. Okay, just to give you an idea before we settle down. So this place is not on any map, and you can see it's actually quite beautiful and serene, and there's a river. We even brought a few flowers with us from home. We decided to carry those. It just gives us that extra homey vibe. Another view from above. Every time we're out, we feel like we are resting, like we are recovering from something. It's so beautiful. We baked for the first time in our trailer. Actually looks pretty good. Tea with berries and candles. Good morning. It rained during the night, probably not too hard, but it's not raining now, and I don't know why I'm all dressed up. I told myself, once we start traveling, I want to learn more about the environment we're at, and some things may seem obvious to many people, but to me, those are not obvious. And actually, I'm making an effort to educate myself. So, for example, this tree. So now I know it's called red adder. That's the way the bark looks. And I've learned that indigenous people, they actually use this bark to treat some even like poisonous, like insect bites. So this is called Sitka willow. Okay, that's what it looks like, and these are the leaves. So now I know. Sitka willow, red adder. In the evening we decided to visit Salmon River Estuary and visit our friends. There are a lot of places, communities, small towns in Canada that has their own stories to tell, and I feel like I want to learn more about these places. And when I learn more about these places, I feel more connected, and I feel like I appreciate those more. So now we're actually turning towards Sayward, so we're on Highway 19. And this is the intersection that will take us to Sayward. We decided to stop by at the local Saturday market with high hopes of buying locally grown corn. Unfortunately for us, there was none. And then we decided to do a bit of a historical exploration. And after reading a book about Sayward, we hope to visit some of the places mentioned in the book. And the place where I'm turning right now, it's called Salmon River Guest House, is one of those places. And just to be clear, this is not a museum. We are in Sayward, and actually this is a very exciting place. According to the book and the hand-drawn map that I saw in the book, this particular place is the residence of one of the first settlers in the Sayward Valley. His name was Sir Otto Zacht. I believe he came here at the end of 19th century, and in 1902 he opened his first trade post. And this building behind me was actually a general store he used to run. This may seem weird, maybe to some people, but we felt kind of special in this place. I can't even explain why. It's fascinating when you look at the pictures and you see the residence, and then the general store. Obviously it's missing the next to it building still. The original house was flooded in 1918, and then it got burnt the following year. So this was a new house that they built, and I believe this one was also built in 1919. So they have a beautiful, really nice Salmon River here. That's a bank of the river. Some piers here, and this valley, maybe it started as a logging kind of operations place, but like in the beginning of 20th century, it became a farming community. So these fruit trees you see here, there's some over there, apples, and these pears. They're quite old. Something else I want to show you. But traces of a bear. So bears, they like fruits, as many know, so they come here. Then we went to see the local wharf and a small harbor. And simply enjoyed the views of Johnstone Strait. Sometimes you can see cruise ships passing relatively close to the shore. And the Salmon River mouth. It's simply beautiful. And there are still some logging operation in the area, yeah, so it's not uncommon to see a logging truck on a daily basis. You have Sayward Valley, right? And then you have, Sayward Village. So now we are in the village. So the village is at the end of the Sayward Valley. It's close to the wharf, to the actual to the strait. So this is the village. Sayward community isn't big, so the village itself is relatively small, but it's clean, organized, and it has this pleasant vibe. And I might be wrong, but I got a feeling that people who live here, they appreciate this place. Something sad to share. So I was filming here in Sayward area, and I don't know by what accident I actually somehow ended up flying my drone into a tree. This never happened to me, and it's actually right over there. I'll show you. Well, you probably won't see it, but so this is the road, and we have a cliff in here, and it's on one of the trees. We have another video about this whole drone rescue mission, and thanks to this man, Adam Holmes, you're watching this episode. For us, it was a roller coaster of emotions. we went back home, and the next morning we decided to visit Cable House, one and only. Okay, we are at the Cable House here, met wonderful people, Peter and Jacqueline. You become the owner from this place like what?
It's like since May this year.
Because this is a very interesting historical site. I'm going to show it to you later. They're like a very unique cable house, and I'm still learning. I have no idea what this truck is about. This is a steam donkey?
Yeah, that's the steam donkey they use for to get the trees down from the hill. So yeah, this one needs to go on the hill and make the cables and brought the trees down.
Are you selling this car?
No. Sure enough.
Duncan, it's a family name of one of the first families that settled
The
in
Lappers family here.
in Sayward. So their name and I think this used to be Duncan property, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
That's correct.
If you put a new engine,
Do you think so? Maybe we can drive?
yeah. So we came to see Flora initially. So finally she's here. So I'm dying to hear more about this place.
Yeah. So this is the cable house. It's the only one on the entire planet. So there's no one else. Just only this one.
And what do you mean by cable house?
So it's just this. It's all made from cables that Mr. Duncan found. He was a logger, so he went to the woods, and the cables that were still there that they didn't use, he took them all home with the car that's standing there, and he was building this place. I don't know how many years it took him, but little by little he was building a place, and he just built the whole place out of cables.
This is actually made out of steel, metal. It's I don't know how they did it. It just. So there's a picture of Glenn Duncan.
Yeah.
Doing building this cable house. This is my hand, my palm. Well, it's a half of my palm size, so you can actually see it's pretty thick. See, so it's just a wraparound.
Yeah.
Free building material.
Yeah.
Even this. Made out of cable.
Yeah. So it's to put it the outside, trying some inside of it. There you can also see it with cable. Yeah, here also. So here you see a little line of cable too. So they just, I think, they head over.
Here as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there too. Yeah.
Wow. We met Leigh here, and Sir Hans Otto Zacht was your
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
On my mom's side.
Yeah. So one of the very first settlers, the resident that we showed you earlier.
Yes.
And we got a picture of Leigh when she was young.
That's lucky it's not the one in the bikini that was in a high collar. Dad built this building too, but he's the Duncan.
Yeah.
He's the different side.
Yeah.
Glenn. But his family went to Rock Bay where they had the hospital.
And you used to be a teacher here.
Yeah, and then I worked in the fish hatchery and I worked surveying up at Terrace. So yeah. I haven't lived in an ivory tower.
If you had to give one and only advice to any generation, what would it be? Just if you have to pick one.
Okay, can I sort of combine it? Have a good laugh when you're being good to your neighbor.
Found a new friend here, a new buddy. So usually we don't see any grizzly bears on Vancouver Island. Some people say there are some, but it's quite rare. So a couple days ago we came in here at sunset and got lucky to film a small herd of elks. So this is more and right now it's the first hour from sunrise. I saw a single female and a single male kind of spread out. We're gonna walk a little bit, and if we get lucky we will end up seeing another herd. No luck so far. So we're gonna stay here on this bridge and we'll wait. Let me show you around, because this is just, I mean, if someone thinks this is not beautiful, I don't know what to tell you. This is just beyond gorgeous. Look at this beauty. Look at these colors. No luck so far, and I'm about to check another spot. Just have to go through a little trail here. And usually it's over there. Beautiful landscape, but I see no elks. I got a feeling we missed the elks maybe by half an hour. We came a little bit too late. If we have a chance, we'll try again. So for now, we're gonna make a little circle here, because sometimes you can see them through the woods. Again, if we're lucky. For some reason, the scenery, I mean partially, but it reminds me of Twin Peaks. In the evening, we decided to visit our friends again, and we got so lucky. We witnessed elks fording the river. And then we went to see the estuary again. It is hard to resist this place. Today is day number 6, and we have already met so many wonderful people. Like this morning we met John and Gina from Gulf Islands, who are really deep into geology, and they taught us a lot. Like for example, this rock is a basalt rock. This is the main rock of Vancouver Island, you know, and they told me how it was formed with the volcanoes and all that. So I don't know, let me get a little bit closer. So this is the rock, basalt, and then, you know, they showed me Pluton, which is actually a granite. Then you have, and I'll show you, it has like little quartz in there. Not quartz, crystals. And then we have a rock that is a mix of basalt and actually that's a quartz. So this is really nice. And we have some like iron. And this is an interesting one. It's a limestone. It's a limestone, and you can easily tell because it works like a chalk, like a chalk. So you can actually draw something with it. And what's interesting is that the limestone can actually be formed in the tropical seas. And originally, the Vancouver Island was formed in like in the equator zone, and then it later was pushed. You know, the whole thing was pushed north. So this is why Vancouver Island has limestone. Isn't it fascinating? Today is September 17, and we're still in the vicinity of Sayward. But we have a ferry to catch on September 20th, like very early ferry from Port McNeill to Bella Coola. It's a 10-hour ferry, so lots of fun. So we will start packing because I think I want to move a little bit closer to Port McNeill, so we'll be traveling north. We'll say goodbye to this awesome place. We spent here 7 days, met a lot of wonderful people. We lost our drone, then recovered with the community. You can watch that video. And yeah, overall it was a very good experience. Just saying goodbye to this beautiful place. And the trailer, by the way, trailer been doing really great. So excellent performance in every regard. All is good. My only kind of observation is Again, we have lots of solar, and I met a few people here, and when they learned that we have like 1600 watts of solar, they're like, wow, that's so much. But the problem is with this kind of sky, again, you're not getting a lot. We try to be very conservative. We turn off, when we go to sleep, we just turn off a lot of things, just to make sure we don't consume any power at night. If we charge our computer, we immediately disconnect the power, the charger. So we try to be very conservative, and still, like, we are in 7 days here. I think we dropped at one point, we dropped to 42%, and yesterday I had to run generator and brought it back to 62. So you can do the math. So we have full lithium batteries, 1080 amps, and on the 6 days we were at 42%. I mean, it's still pretty good. So carrying a generator is a must if you want to stay off grid longer. Okay, we're ready to depart. Once I get on a even road, I will adjust the air suspension. And before we leave, obviously we check, make sure we leave no trace, LNT, no garbage left. Our next destination was a really nice place in the vicinity of Port McNeill. The road was beautiful, we really enjoyed the views. However, Ranger didn't feel that well and he was very anxious. And luckily for him and for us, it was a relatively short trip, less than 2 hours. So that helped. We had to do a little bit of roading with the trailer. I mean, that was fun.